Hey guys, uh, what was that game? I don't know what was that game. It was a very frustrating game in the first half, and in the second half, I don't know what happened. It was all chaos. It was all drama. Uh, Let me just recap the whole game. For after the first half, we were 0-0. We were drawing with Spurs 0-0. In the second half, Galton scored, and it was a very good goal. Ona Bhatti had a great assist, and then Spurs equalized by via Beth England. I think yes, Beth England, and what a superb goal from Beth! Like it was a really good goal. It could have been prevented if United were more aware, were more uh, composed in the defense, but yeah, like it is what it is. And then after a few seconds, I think after a minute, Spurs scored an own goal, which was quite funny because Spurs had all equalized like in a few minutes before, so it was quite hilarious to see how they scored an own goal and gave the lead back to United. And after Spurs scored the own goal and United were leading 2-1, Tooney was given a red card for a challenge that I personally feel should have been a yellow card. Initially, I thought, okay, it's a red card, but after watching the clip again and again, I feel uh, it was a yellow. Of course, like Tooney shouldn't have, reacted to that tackle after she made that tackle, but she did, and I think the ref thought that she hit the player's face. I don't remember the name of the player. Wait, let me just see. Uh, yeah, the player's name was Sumanen. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing the name right. So yeah, like I think the ref thought Tony had hit Sumamanen's face, which I feel was wrong. But it is what it is. She'll miss the three games. I think she misses the Durham game. She misses the game after that, which is I don't remember, and she misses the Chelsea game as well. So she misses these three games. Yeah, she misses Durham, Leicester, and Chelsea. We play Chelsea on 12th March. So, like, imagine 1 month whole Tony won't play for us, which is kind of disappointing and disheartening. But I think she like this is the rest she needs because lately I've been feeling that the players aren't getting the ample amount of rest that they deserve. There should be some rotation, and I feel with this red card, or we might see midfield rotation, which we haven't seen much. Like I am looking at the silver lining. Of course, it shouldn't have been a red card. It should have been a yellow, in my opinion. But you know, it is a very controversial decision. Just because, like, I'm a United fan, I would say that it wasn't a red card. So yeah, like I know the men's game has started, guys. Like I'm sorry if I'm keeping you here, but I just want to talk about the game because it was so dramatic. Uh, Stick by for another few minutes. I'll wrap it up quickly. I'll ensure that I wrap it up quickly. Blundell had a great game again. Like I think Sarina should have picked her in the England team for the Arnold Clark Cup right now for that friendly tournament. But I don't know why Blundell didn't start. Like Blundell didn't get the call up because she deserved to get the call up. I'll read out some comments. Beth England's goal was wonderful. Sometimes that just happens. We reacted well. Yeah, I agree with what Yashui has said. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your name right. Yeah, I totally agree. United, that's the right mentality because when a team scores, they've let their guard down. You should hit them immediately, like you're hitting someone on a counter attack, and that's what United did. I think it was a cross from Garcia, and it was really good. Leah thought that she'll not reach it, but that Spurs player. It's kind of sad to see because after the full time, I think she was in tears. I think it was Molly Bartrip, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, like this happens in football. Spurs let their guard down, and United hit them with uh, goal that should have been given to Leah. Like, of course, she didn't reach there on time. I just wanted Lucia Garcia to get the assist. That's why I was saying Galton should have scored that goal. But this whole Ella Toon red card, that this will be the headline for the next few days. But I just want to talk about Blundell, like I mentioned. Hannah Blundell. she's been superb this year. Like 2023, Liverpool amazing, Everton amazing, Reading amazing. I don't remember if she started that Sunderland game or not. I think she started that game. Sorry, I'm not able to recall if she started or not. And today as well, amazing performance. I think people, like I've mentioned this again and again in my match reactions, that Blundell's performance often goes under the radar, and it is very important to credit her with appreciation and credit where it's due. So Blundell's been performing really well lately, and I'm quite happy to see all the fans cheer for her, and in general as well appreciate her for whatever she's doing. Her link up with Leah Golden is going well as well. I think uh, when Kirsty Smith was at United, I used to adore that partnership between Kirsty Smith and Leah Golden, because even though Kirsty Smith was injured a lot late towards the last season of her United career, but whenever she played alongside Leah Golden, it was amazing. It was electric. It was like telepathy on pitch. But whenever Blundell started over Kirsty Smith, I used to say, like, I've been quite critical of Blundell last season. I used to criticize her for not having that same kind of partnership and link up as Kirsty Smith has with Leah Golden. But this season, like, hands up. I'm sorry, Hannah Blundell, for criticizing you, but she's been phenomenal, and she deserves to be in that England side. I think for even the World Cup as well. Like, of course, Arnold Clark Cup, the squad's been selected, but for the World Cup, I feel Hannah Blundell has done enough to warrant a place in that squad, and maybe even start as the left back. Why not? You know, play a full back four of United players and goalkeeper as well. Uh, but yeah, uh, it's quite nice to see how Blundell and Leah Golden's partnership is going well. Uh, Leah Golden goal when it was needed. I think it was in the 67th minute. So quite happy with that as well. Great cross from Ona, and great control from Leah Golden as well. It isn't always easy to control when there are so many opposition players present around you. So it was nice to see how Leah Golden was performing. I think it to some extent it reminded me of that goal which Rachel Williams scored against Reading this season. Of course, that goal was in its own unique ways very very special, because it was like a late winner, and Rachel Williams controlled the ball well, but uh, the control that Rachel Williams did for scoring that goal against Reading, I saw glimpses of that control in Leah Golden today when she scored that opener. United today were a bit dicey. There were instances where we were very good defensively, but there were also instances where Spurs were able to get into spaces, and I think Ash Neville starting as a wide midfielder, or let's just say she was starting as a forward. It was very lethal. She was getting into spaces. She was making those runs. She was pressing heavily. And I think she had the most tackles in the game as well. Let me just check. Mm, yeah, she had the most tackles in the match, even though she was starting as a forward. So that tells you how heavily the Spurs were pressing. Beth England, again, a very good goal from her. Like, I'll credit it to her because it was very, very good. But I think the headline would be that Atanu red card. It is very controversial. I agree, but the decisions being made. I don't know if we can, uh, uh, you know, if we can. What do you say? Appeal for it. But yeah, let's see how everything pans out. I feel that if there is a way for us to appeal for that red card, Uh, so we should be doing that. Sorry, I'm just watching the men's game as well, because imagine if we also win today, it will be a perfect Sunday for all of us. So that's why I'm hesitating in between. But yeah, our passes were very slow and often behind the players they were meant for. I think Paul has made a very good point, because this is something that I even noticed. Uh, Zele making those passes, Tooney making those passes. Of course, often they weren't. pinpoint passes. Like it was kind of like on FIFA you do, you press the triangle to make a through ball. It was something like that, and sometimes we played sloppy passes as well. So due to that, I feel overall our performance wasn't that great, wasn't something to write for books about, but it was decent. We got the 3 points which was necessary. We capitalized on the situation. Arsenal lost to City yesterday, and City were level on points with us. Like they played a game, they played one game extra than us yesterday. So they were level on points, and after this game, we have gone 3 points above them, and I think we are at the top of the table. No, no, we are not yet at the top of the table. Why aren't we top of the table? Wait. Uh, yeah, we are at the top of the table. Yes, that's what I was thinking. We should be at the top of the table now. Chelsea are yet to play a game and they are 1 point behind us. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they draw their game. I think they play their next game after the international break, and they play their first game after the international break is the uh, FA Cup round of 16 game against Arsenal. So their next WSL game isn't until like they play their next WSL game is I feel it's with us, like it's on 12th March against United. So imagine if we win that game, guys. Imagine the scenes if we win that game, or even if we take points away from Chelsea. That will be really good. Of course, they have one game at their hands right now. Which game didn't they play? I think their Liverpool game. Uh, no, I don't think they play Brighton, Yashui, because what I'm seeing is they play their Conti Cup final on 5th, which is Sunday, and like their Brighton game was scheduled for 6th March. So I don't know like what the scheduling will be, but there is a chance that Chelsea play their next game against United, next WSL game against United. So imagine if we take points away from them. I say we should win that game. We should strengthen our chances of getting into the top three and causing an upset in the title race. I'm not going to say title race because the last time I said that, we had a very bad run of games. We lost, like we didn't lose, but we drew against Everton. We struggled against Sunderland. So yeah, like I have a history of jinxing. Uh, yeah. So let's see what happens. Chelsea have a very bad, not bad but tough game, tough run of games. They play Arsenal twice. They play United. They play Lyon. They play City. They play Villa. Like it's a very bad run of games if you're a Chelsea fan, because there are chances that Chelsea drop points. Even if they don't drop points, like they're playing in so many cup games, like they're in the Conti Cup final, they are playing Arsenal in the FA Cup round of 16, they are playing Lyon in the quarterfinals. I feel, it is the quarterfinals. So tough run of games for Chelsea, and for Arsenal as well. They play Bayern, they play Chelsea, they've got Spurs as well. So they've got United, one more United game. Yeah, I feel we play them once more. So overall, I'd say we have to be cautiously optimistic as of now. We shouldn't be starting our title race agenda right now. What I would say is that if we continue to get 3 points and if we continue to play well, I think we'll be fine. Like we'll get into the top three easily, because Arsenal are like I look at Arsenal and I feel that they are struggling a lot today. Like I'm just saying this, I'm not dissing at opposition teams. I'm just saying that United capitalized on the situation really well, and honestly, this isn't the performance that we should be giving. Like as a United, we should be performing much better than this. Like after that Liverpool 6-0, when I remember I said that this isn't just Liverpool playing bad, this is United playing well as well. But now that I feel like after the games that United have played, I somehow feel that 5% of me says that Maybe Liverpool were the bad side and United didn't do anything out of the box. They didn't do something extraordinary. We did win 6-0. Do have a rivalry. People have been downplaying the rivalry a lot. But what I would say is that we should be performing much better. That Reading 1-0, that Everton 0-0, that Sunderland game, this game as well. So, like, we should be controlling the games well. We are dominating the possession after the first half. Like today, we had 68% possession, but we did only created two or three chances. We only had two shots on target, like total shots, not even on target, two total shots. So somewhere I feel we need to improve. Somewhere I need to feel, we need to introduce some sort of a rotation in midfield as well. Uh, but I'll not diss a lot because we've got the 3 points, and I have taken so much of your time, guys. I'm so sorry. I know men are playing. I'm also watching side by side. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to it. If you think we should be coming up with some unique sort of content that you might like, do let us know in the comments. Follow us on our Twitter. We are quite active on Twitter. We make special content for Twitter. And Paul, like last comment that I'll read out. Paul says that we need to go into game against Chelsea with the belief that we can win it. But if we get a draw, we should be content. Chelsea are years ahead of anyone in the WSL. That's right. But this thing that United are new to the WSL, this whole thinking needs to go now because it's high time that we get into the WSL. Of course, Chelsea are a much better side than us. They've got good investment as well. They've got a good bunch of players as well. But I feel we also have very good players on our side. We have a good team cohesion, team chemistry to ensure that we get into the top three and cause upsets. This is that one game where I'll be watching how United plays very, very, very closely. Of course, I watch every game closely, but this is that one game where we haven't been able to get a win since we reformed. Like, I don't think we have beaten Chelsea in the league at all since we were reformed in 2018. We've beaten City, like, I think we have beaten City, if I'm not wrong. We've beaten Arsenal. City, we've beaten in other competitions, but I'm not so sure about WSL. I'll have to check. But Chelsea is a team that we haven't beaten yet. So hopefully that changes on 12th March. International break starts now, but we'll be back with more content. And you can catch me on the next match reaction. I think we played Durham in the cup. So catch me then. Thank you guys for joining in. Take care, stay safe, subscribe to our channel, please. It is a really good motivation for us if we see people are liking our content and subscribing to the channel. So please keep doing that. Share this video if you liked it, and do let us know in the comments below if there's something else you want from our side. Till then, stay safe, take care, watch the men's game. Hopefully, we win that as well and make it a perfect Sunday. GGMU.